All thermal reactor designs come down to a few basic essentials. The only differences which exist in the various systems in use around the world today lie in the materials and the layout they adopt. Every reactor, as part of the fission process, produces radiation. To contain that, the reactor has to be surrounded by a biological shield made out of concrete. Inside this shield is the reactor itself, and it's here in the core of the reactor that the chain reaction takes place. You can see from this cross-section that the core is made up of three main components. First, the fuel, the uranium, usually in metal cladding, often in the shape of a rod. In a full-size power reactor, there could be as many as several thousand of these individual fuel elements. The next component is the moderator, which completely envelops the fuel. This is the material which slows down the speed of the neutrons. The third component is the control rods. These are made of a neutron-absorbing material like boron or cadmium. The rods have the ability to soak up the neutrons to control the chain reaction. Withdraw the control rods from the reactor and the fission process can start. Once this has become self-sustaining, rather like a fire which has been successfully lit, the reactor is said to have gone critical. Replacing the rods into the reactor core soaks up the neutrons, stops the fission process, shuts down the reactor. When the reactor core has gone critical, when the fission process is in full swing, energy is produced in the form of heat. In a reactor, it's this heat which is the source of power. So to extract it, we need a heat transfer medium, a coolant, which can be circulated through the core of the reactor and returned to a series of heat exchangers, boilers, where that heat can be used to turn water into steam. In turn, the steam is passed to a turbine where it's used to generate electricity. In fact, the whole process of generating electricity in a nuclear power station is the same as in a coal or oil-fired station. The only difference is the source of that heat. There are three major thermal reactor systems in use in the Western world for the generation of electricity, and they are all variations on this one basic theme.